Hey Scorpio, how are you doing? Let's find out. Let's take 3 cards from my Japanese deck. It's a 22 major arcana, and we'll use them as an oracle. Then we'll get into the Tattoo Tarot for clarification, and finish up with 3 cards from the major arcana of the Ancient India Tarot. Alrighty. Let's see, let's breathe some air. Ooh, we got the moon right there, Scorpio. Moon right there, our safe passage card. See how you're doing. And what your God and guides want you to know. Not based on your subconscious. I'm not tapping into your energy. I don't do that when I'm working without cards, so I don't do it when I'm working with them. I'm talking to God and your guides. And possibly, I mean God's plural. I am not sure. I'm extremely well researched and experienced, and it's only got me to the point where I can say I've narrowed it down. But that's about it. Okay. What's this one? Haven't seen this one for a while. The High Priestess. Nice. As Amabella's intuition would say. Nice. The High Priestess. You are on course to receive real rewards. But only if you continue your discipline and motivation. Follow your intuition and you are headed towards the lasting contentment of success. Well, why won't you continue discipline and motivation? What is getting in the way of that? What is a threat to that, apart from all the jerks in the universe? Judgment. The fruits of your decisions are coming, and you will receive that which you deserve. The path at your feet and the direction it is leading you are clear. Okay. Justice. When all is said and done, you will receive the outcome that you truly deserve. Your moral character will be justified. So maintain integrity and strive to balance yourself. So what's the problem? It looks like everything's just, you know, progressing. And it took a lot to get to it. Interesting. What is it? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. But it's not clear, so slapping. 8 of Cups. Guided passage. Okay, not that half. Oh, knocked a candle. Interesting. Something's off balance. Something in your deep nature is off balance, and it could be a big deal. It might not be a big deal. It's charted. It's a charted energy. It's divine will. That's really interesting. Whose will? Is this from the good guys or the bad guys? Hermit. More charted timing. Not knowing. Not manifesting. Something is missing. Something is missing. Or you just don't know yourself. Three of Swords reversed. Are you too used to heartache? And now that it's over. See, I've got Kali showing up here as a spider with the spider's web. And Kali is somebody I work with directly. Take this back to the Two of Swords. Something isn't working in your mind. Let's just remove the heartache meaning of this. It's a 3. It's a manifestation card. And the Sword of Truth in the center. And it's taking us back to the planning card. So something that was considered and taken on board as a truth is possibly not true. And we have to go back to considering the truth in the Two of Swords energy. Yeah. And therefore you have it, and it's been charted. These cards are just, did one flip? Felt like one flipped, but then it's not looking like, okay. Playing with my mind. Okay. Lying out. Guardedness. Okay. So something about the outside world. Something about the outside world has you watching yourself. Nice smoke from a candle running out of flame. That something has you guarded. This is a sandbox that we get ourselves into, and it's either a good sandbox and helps us grow, or it just gets us into sandbox fights, and you need to switch for sandboxes. We have a heart reference here and a heart reference here. We have the balance between male and female energies in the Chariot, and it's off balance. It's a possibility. But if I'm looking at it numerically, then the 4 leads us to the 5 of necessary change. And I'm getting the signal that I need to change the battery. And we might be able to, I mean, you are pretty smart, so you're probably anticipating that change, and you don't want it. Something's going to leave you out in the cold. And you don't want to be out in the cold. Yeah, okay, so this leadership position, it's going to cause you to distance yourself. Maybe not from anybody in particular, but even in your own mind and your own energy, you know what you need to be prepared for, and possibly some severe repercussions for what you're going to do, because you're probably going to do some dangerous stuff. Even if it's just what you say, it can get you into trouble. But it's what they want you to say. It's what they want you to do. And you need to worry about the fact of who's in control. If they are the ones that you're helping out and working for, you're in their hands. Never mind what other troubles are coming to you. Never mind the other threats. Ultimately, you're in their hands. And they have a timing. There's a schedule. There's a schedule. it's not a really a rebuke or anything. It's just a clear. It's keeping your head clear. Right. So there's part of your own energy, that Emperor Mars energy. And that's more heart reference, because I equate Mars with the heart. Mars actually traces a heart around Earth. All the planets kind of, in their retrograde, they kind of trace a heart, but they'll do it multiple times. Whereas, and Venus will trace a flower, a 5-petaled flower, over the course of 8 years. That's what she traces, or Venus traces around Earth. But Mars has this, and what would you fight? What do you fight for? What do Aries and Mars fight for? Well, whatever is worth fighting. You know, it's like, that's where your heart is. Your heart's where you die. So, this Emperor, look at all this. Look at these major arcana in reverse. He doesn't know. He's the King of Kings. So we're missing a plan. Or we just can't see what it is anymore. Because we're off balance. And maybe we're just off balance because we've done the initiating thing. You. Because of this guardedness and this truth that, yes, the truth we need to get back to. That something's been believed in that isn't correct. Something like that. Or believed to be known, and then you find out you didn't know it. And it's just thrown you right off your throne. Yeah, so transformation of spirit. This is like your card, Scorpio. This is your very last of your personal cards. The 5, 6, 7 of Cups. And this is becoming all of those things. This is becoming all of those things. Accepting all of the commissions from your guides and your gods. And it's coming out sideways. So there's a hang up there. Okay, I changed the battery. There's a hang up there. And it's because, you know, now maybe I said this. I went back and listened to a bit, but I don't know if I listened to enough. So if I'm repeating myself right away, I'm sorry. But there's an awareness, there's as much as you can know a thing before actually having done it. You can anticipate the trouble and the grief of what you're going to do. And probably you're not paying as much attention to all the positives. Like the bigger sense, yes. But the more personal positives. You know the positive for everybody else. And you're probably discounting the positives for you. But there will be positives. But what I said before what I said after the battery, the camera cut out, was that this is like a Last Supper kind of energy of, you know, just how bad is this going to be? And so what came through to me is that these are promises. This seems so smooth, and yet what it really is they are promises to you that this is big. This is big. Okay, so let's just shuffle these a bit and breathe some air into them and see what they want to say. The Star. Protected. I don't often see that card. In that deck. In this deck. There's Death showing up again, your own self. And Strength. Once I start checking, it's Hey. Okay, so the devil, the eternal dance between the temptation of external pleasure and the satisfaction of inner happiness. Who wins? And of course, the win is the balance. It's that eternal dance. It's saying some things serve the outer, some things serve the inner. And you don't try to exchange one for the other. You don't try to make one answer to the other. You allow for dancing. Hang on. Okay. And everybody's getting the Wheel of Fortune, and really I shouldn't be surprised. And it's just clicking into my mind now because we're in Aries season and the sun will be moving into Aries, and it's just a turn of the wheel. It is a new cycle. And so, good luck is on your side, perhaps in a hidden form. Are you seeing the positive or the opposite? And that's just, okay, so exactly. Exactly. Are you seeing the positive or the opposite? And as I was saying, you're probably leaning towards the negative, and the negative is real. It's real. However, there is something in this for you as much as there is something in what you're doing for everyone else. And whatever your word is that you gave, where is your heart? Remember what your heart is. Or change it. Whatever you thought was true, that either turned out not to be true, or you didn't know what needed to be known, and you're finding out. Take your time. What did we get? We got the Star. I said I don't see it that often, and it popped through when I was shuffling, and then it came out again, just to close it all off. Remember to follow your magical star. When you connect with your positive inner feeling, the clouds give way to the light. There's always a higher purpose. Shit. Yes. And the higher purpose has everything to do with you and who you are and how important you are, right? And where you're going, where we're going. Where are we going? Where's the good place? Where is everybody safe? What is that undoing? What are they asking you to do? What are the specifics? And if you ever want to talk about it, I love talking about that stuff, so just let me know. But absolutely. So there's this higher purpose, but it's looking after you as much as everything else and everyone else. You're not separate from it. But you know this. So really, overall, I just feel tremendously that there's just a tremendous sense of promise here. Because what we're looking at is this transformation. And it's entirely, I know it rests entirely upon you. To decide. Yes, I mean, no matter even how much you feel destined towards it. It's yours to give or yours to... It's yours to give readily or to struggle with continuously and really drag it out. And that's not fair. It's not fair. So is your God all-powerful? Or, like mine, it's a hacker God or gods and a hacker team. Alright, Scorpio. It's really quite beautiful. Thank you so much, and I hope this helped. And I'll be back in a week. Much love.